Peace in, it's Maisha, please. Today's episode is going to be a serious one, so prepare yourself. Um, I was originally going to talk about the interview and it being on YouTube, and I was going to give a review on the movie because I saw it on Thursday. However, today I saw the movie Selma, and it's really struck me. A lot of the parts in the movie really struck me, and I just had to say what I was feeling. It's so crazy how people have worked so hard for, African American people to get to this point. And yet there's still so much that's going on in this world that are so similar to what happened in the 60s. Black men are still getting killed on the streets, and people are not getting punished for it. Why are their lives any more important than the lives of the men that they killed? It makes no sense, and it strikes me as the oddest thing ever. It's ridiculous. It's beyond my comprehending. This is supposed to be a new generation, new year, a new life, so people can see that their rights can be made. And so many people are struggling to make ends meet. So many people are getting racial slurs pointed to them. It's just so crazy. It's all the time. And it's like, yes, racism is not as evident now, but it's still grand. I could tell you, I live in a decent house, a decent life, decent family, good grades. I've never been in, I'm not the one to ignite fights. I'm usually the one trying to stop them. I've never killed anyone. I've never been in a gang. I've never stolen. But I can tell you this, if I was in a certain part of town, somebody would look at me. Or they look and see what I'm doing. Am I reaching for that thing that they think I can't afford? It makes no sense. It's beyond, I just can't. I don't understand. I just don't. I wish there was somebody out there that could understand. But I know when I read YouTube comments, there's always those trollers out there, those racists, whatever they are. They're out there calling people the N-word and saying, just calling them racial slurs and talking about the past of what happened and saying you need to go back and do this and that. It makes no sense. Martin Luther King Jr. and all these other men and women out there, and there's so many, and I'm sorry to say I don't know all of them, but I do know a lot. And growing up, I have been taught about them constantly. And yes, it does get a little annoying, but at the same time, I appreciate movies like this that puts the emphasis on all the things that needed to be done and that should be done. Because it's beyond comprehension how people could still be struggling at this point. It makes no sense that racism is still so evident at this point. And I think that people should start speaking out. Even though I know I don't have a large audience here with me today, I feel like my voice needs to be said. That I am going to be one of many people who can speak out against these kind of crimes to humanity. The constitutional rights of people are solely eliminated due to the environment. It makes no sense. And I want to go into law, and I want to be a part of the law system and law force. I want to be a lawyer, and I want to be a prosecutor. So I know there's going to be many times where I'm going to look and be like, what you've done is wrong. And I will wholeheartedly believe it. I believe a crime is a crime. But that's just it. It's so much more than that. It seems that crimes aren't just crimes anymore. It seems like some people's lives are held higher than others. So if you kill somebody for any reason that doesn't have to do with self-defense, it doesn't matter. Because they'll twist the way to make you think it was self-defense. Because there's really no evidence. And there's so many liars in this world. And this is just one way of this world being so corrupt. No one should think they're more superior to anybody else in any form or shape because we're all equal. I hate that people are walking around thinking, oh, at least I'm better than that person or this person, because no one is better than anybody. And just because you're in a certain position doesn't mean that you're more important than that person. If anything, if you feel you're more important and you do have a higher position, use your voice to speak out for the people who don't have positions and who don't feel as they're important. There's so many people who are going to be out in this world struggling because they think that they have no way to succeed. And it's all over everywhere that they won't have any way to succeed. There's so many people, African Americans, that I see on the news, and it's like they're trying to make it feel like African Americans are solely just just violent, barbaric people or something, like that we are uneducated or something. And I'm not saying that this is everybody. And in Selma, they had the point in the movie where a lot of whites came in to march with them on the bridge. And there's so many people now who are going against racism and are speaking up for it. And I appreciate this highly and truly. But the matter of the fact is, the truth of this all is that it's not gone yet. And that's what makes no sense to me. I know it might take some time, but I fear that racism is just something that's never going to be gone. And it doesn't even matter what race at this point. Racism is so evident in all races that it's just crazy. You can't say that you can't be racist because we all can be racist. And I'm not gonna lie and say I haven't laughed at some racial slurs or like a racial joke. I don't say racial slurs because I don't agree to those, but like racial jokes. I'm not gonna lie and say I haven't laughed at some of those, but I think at this point in time, the seriousness needs to be cracked down because it's so out of hand for this to be such a new year where there's so many new generations created. And we're supposed to be living in a life that's for the people and by the people and is equality. And if there's so many people full of hate and evil and just wants to go against people, it makes no sense. And yes, this is just me speaking out as, African American girl. And I'm not going to lie and say I understand the struggle. I don't understand the struggle. I've never been in that position. There's so many people that have been in that position. And there's so many people who have experienced these kind of things. So many people have the fear that they're going to be put in jail. I do fear that one day my brother might, when he gets older, screw up once. And he'll forever be known as a criminal to the people. I feel like that might happen. Because he won't have a way out. There won't be a way out. No matter how high we try to reach for it, it's just that fact. And so I want people to see this video. I want them to share it. I want them to speak out. I want them to even just debate on this topic with me. Tell me how you feel about this. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And please display your claims because I would love to discuss this with people. This needs to be spoken because there's so many people dying now. Like there were so many people who died in the 60s and before then. This is the time that we're supposed to fight. This is the time where we're supposed to be equal. So let's have that happen. Stop going against the right to be equal. And give the people their opportunity. Because no matter what race or color you are important too. And that's what everybody should be known for. That no matter what race and color you are just as important as anyone else. And that goes for everyone. This was Maisha, please. Peace out.